Someone asked in the comments, why does God talk to you? I am an avatar of God, the Arcturians, Muhammad and Aisha, Krishna and Radha, and Mathew and Joan of Arc.
Aliens try communicating. Humans are too dumb to notice.
Support the making of a movie about Prophet Muhammad and Aisha.
This is a message for US President-to-be Donald Trump, coming from God, the Arcturians, Commander Ashtar of Ashtar Command or Ashtar Galactic Command, from Sananda, who is the higher self and or galactic self of Jesus. And I'm also getting Orion, and of course from me and my soul. What was the motive behind Donald Trump's assassination attempt? And the Arcturians are giving me two words: hate speech on the part of Joe Biden, current US President Joe Biden, and his inflammatory statements against Donald Trump. And I've been checking out the news a little bit, and I heard this on the news that some of the party members of Donald Trump's party, I think it's the Republicans, it's the Republican Party, that some of the party members have said that, that the motive could be and or is the inflammatory rhetoric on the part of the current US President Joe Biden against Donald Trump. And I'm being told by the Arcturians to confirm that, like, this is a confirmation of that, that was the motive behind your assassination attempt. So the Arcturians are confirming that Joe Biden's hate speech and inflammatory statements and rhetoric against Donald Trump is responsible for this assassination attempt on Donald Trump's life. The Arcturians are also giving me the words mind control. They also gave me the word radicalized. Now, they're telling me that Thomas Mathew Crooks was an impressionable, mentally disturbed young man, and that there's a history of mental illness in his family. Now, I don't know if this part is there on the record in terms of his family medical history or not. This is just what the Arcturians are giving me and are telling me about him. And also telling me was like he was just a hater. And Joe Biden's hate speech and inflammatory statements and inflammatory rhetoric against Donald Trump was the motivation behind him attacking Trump, attacking you. Because what? He was mentally disturbed, and also he was a very impressionable young man. And also, if, Biden was making statements like, and this is, in quotes, if Biden said, put Trump in the bullseye, if Biden was making statements like this, and then some mentally disturbed, impressionable young man like Mathew Crooks was listening, then what do you think would happen? Now the Arcturians are telling me he wanted to make Trump a target. They're telling me Joe Biden wanted to make Trump a target. And now they're telling me, and that's why Joe Biden made all these inflammatory statements and all this inflammatory rhetoric and put it out there in the public, or said it in the public. So someone random like Mathew Crooks will pick up on it, or will pick up on this message and then act on it. And that is or could be a form of mind control. That is a form of mind control. The Arcturians are also telling me now that Biden's statement saying, put Trump in the bullseye, this is like a trigger statement. And it's a form of mind control. And this is what triggered Mathew Crooks to act on it and triggered him to take your life. So even if the current US president, Joe Biden, is not directly responsible for the assassination attempt and the attempt on your life, he is still indirectly responsible for it. That's what the Arcturians are telling me and are now telling you as well. So Biden's statement saying, put Trump in the bullseye is what triggered Mathew Crooks to make Trump into a target and to take him out. Is what triggered him to make you a target and to take you out. Actually, the Arcturians and also God and also Commander Ashtar of Ashtar Command or Ashtar Galactic Command are telling me that you should ask for protection from the Arcturians and from Commander Ashtar. It's just this thing of free will. Like, that's why you have to ask them for protection. You know, they can't interfere in your life, you know, if you don't ask them. And the same goes for, you know, asking for protection too. They need you because you have free will. They need you to ask them for protection, and then, like President Zelensky of Ukraine, they will be protecting you from above. Because President Zelensky asked them for protection because he had an assassination attempt on his life recently as well, and he survived his assassination attempt as well. And at that time, I was told by the Arcturians and Commander Ashtar that that's because President Zelensky was under their protection, was under the Arcturians and Commander Ashtar's protection. So he survived, you know, the recent assassination attempt on his life by the Russian President Putin. So ask the Arcturians and ask Commander Ashtar to protect you from now on and moving forward, so they can provide you with extra protection from above. And on the ground, wow. Now the spirit of Mathew Crooks is coming through here, and he wants me to tell you that he's sorry. He's apologizing for trying to take your life. And he's saying he regrets it, and he's being regretful on the other side for doing this to you, for trying to take your life. That's what he's telling me. His spirit is telling me right now. I'm channeling because I'm a medium too. And as I said, I've been sensing his spirit hanging around me since yesterday. So that's the message his spirit has for you. He's also saying, my hatred blinded me while I was alive, but I regret it now when I'm on the other side. My spirit regrets it now. His spirit is regretting it now while he's on the other side. There's regret and shame. So he's regretful and he's shameful and he's feeling ashamed for his actions in trying to take your life. He's also saying, his spirit is telling me that I was a young man. I didn't know any better. And so I got played in the hands of people like Biden. So he's saying he got played by someone like Biden and his hate speech, and now he's regretting it on the other side. His spirit is regretting it. So this is a spirit message coming from the spirit of Thomas Mathew Crooks for Donald Trump, because he knows you're watching me and he had to say his piece. He's saying his piece because he had to say his piece to you before he moves on to the afterlife, before his spirit moves on to the afterlife. Yeah, he's saying he had to say his piece to you before his spirit can move on to the afterlife. We're glad to see that you've survived the assassination attempt on your life, and we wish you a speedy recovery.